good is this road? Lamborghini Road. How good is this fucking stretch of road? Thanks for just stopping there. Fucking hell, buddy, worst place to stop.
Let me off the hook. I wanna run wild. Get tangled in the sheets with a lover that isn't you. 'Cause I was on my own when you were by my side. So there's no difference now, except there's no.
It's quite beautiful and peaceful. I don't actually want to talk.
Let me go on without you.
Californian
Let
Redwoods.
me go on without you. Let me go on without you. Let me go on. Oh, how the night gives way to the dawn.
Magical.
We were the dew on the morning lawn. Our love was beautiful, but now it's gone.
Yes, I don't know what to say.
Our love was beautiful,
It's lovely.
but now it's gone.
So it's actually the perfect time to have a chat, I guess, about what this channel is. G'day folks, I just wanted to jump in here and give you a bit of a warning. The next bunch of content is rough. It's detailing the illness that my wife went through. So feel free to skip ahead to the end or wait for the next video to come out, which will hopefully be happier. Thanks. I think I mentioned one of the other videos that I've suffered a lot of loss and over the last 2.5 years. In 2021, my partner for 18 years and wife for 11 died of pancreatic cancer. We spent New Year's 2019 into 2020 in Scandinavia. Amazing holiday over Christmas and New Year. And when she got back, she got really itchy. We just thought it was coming from negative temperatures in Norway and Sweden into 40-degree temperatures in Melbourne. So she went to the doctor and they gave her some cream. Didn't really do anything, but she was just super itchy. And then she went back to work and we kept the house dark to try and keep it cool. And I didn't notice because I was with her every day, but she started turning yellow. And she had some blood tests before that. And on the day that we went to get the blood tests, the doctor took one look at her and just said, "You should go to emergency." So that was a Saturday. We went to emergency and she basically didn't come out of hospital for about 2 months. Yeah, they admitted her that day. On the Saturday, they moved her to a better facilitated hospital on the Monday, in preparation for what's called a Whipple procedure. And a Whipple procedure is where they try and cut out the tumour. They take half your stomach, they take your pancreas, half your bile duct, your liver. It's a massive operation. But they had to wait until the jaundice went down. And then finally she had the Whipple procedure done, and she was in hospital for another couple of months getting over that, because that's just a massive operation. And she came home and started chemo. The chemo, she had 3 different types of chemo. 2, she went to the centre and would sit there and get it in over a couple of hours. And 1 she would bring home and be plugged in for the weekend. Or for 2 days, not for the weekend. So the chemo went on for 6 months. And at the end of it, we went and got a coffee and went out for dinner, thinking that was it. She could start her life again, get back to normality. But it wasn't to be. A couple of weeks later, she got this pain in her back. She said it was in her back. But essentially, within a couple of weeks, the cancer had just come back, or hadn't never gone. And then as soon as she stopped chemo, it just got super aggressive. And the pain she was feeling was the cancer on the tumor on her lymph node. We tried getting her on a trial over Christmas 2020, but it was just too late. It was just too late.
Oh my goodness.
Just don't drop it.
No. I've got a doggy at home, so. Oh, God. You want to go in there, don't you? You want to go in there.
Jess. Jess.
So these puppies are
We New Year's Eve, we sat at home and watched the fireworks come in, hugged each other and cried. 'Cause a few days before, they were told us that there was nothing they could do. We knew that was it. We still didn't believe it. We didn't want to believe it. We never talked about her dying. We just didn't believe it. We didn't want to believe it. And she was on so many painkillers. So many painkillers. Just to try and stop that pain that she was in. with her pancreas gone, she became a diabetic, so we're having to give her insulin every day and inject insulin, and when the pain got too bad, we were injecting her with morphine, and she was taking oxy and fentanyl and just so many painkillers just to try and get through, and that drugged her out. Obviously, that just wiped her out. I need to walk. She didn't see many people, because this is through COVID as well. So she went into hospital at the start of COVID when everything was kicking off. So when she was going through chemo, it was in Melbourne's lockdowns. So her folks couldn't really come over, except in between lockdowns, and friends and family. Not that she wanted to. She didn't really want to see anyone. She was just in so much pain all the time. So many doctor's appointments. So I lost my best friend and the person who made me who I am. I hadn't really had to deal with grief before. I thought I was strong, but it has just fucked me up. So after Jess died, I was dizzy for about 5 months, just dizzy. Blood pressure through the roof. Just going through grief. Sold our house. Jess was at home when she passed away, which is good. I'm glad we could do that for her. But I couldn't stay there after that. And then in October, my dad died. A heart attack. He was out, came home, parked the car, took the keys out of the ignition, and that was it. And the hard part is I'm not even really, I don't know if I've grieved him, because I'm still dealing with losing Jess. It's just so difficult. And then at the start of this year, Angus, our Jack Russell, I got for Jess for her 31st birthday. Angus. Yeah. He was 13, so he had a little good run, but for a little dog, he should have seen a bit longer. He should have gone a bit longer. But he basically had cancer as well, and I had to put him to sleep. So I guess this video, this channel, this trip that I'm on, it's been 2 and a bit years. February, she passed away, so what are we in now? Nearly 2.5 years since Jess passed. And I'm just stuck in this grief. They call it complicated grief or prolonged grief disorder. I just can't get out of it. I've talked to counsellors. I've tried everything that, people say it's time. Time's not going to fix anything. The grief changes with time, but it doesn't go away. But I've been so close a few times digging it up, and so this trip is a bit of self-therapy. This channel is a bit of self-therapy. I'm gonna, talk to you guys, talk to the camera, because she should be on this trip with me. And that's the thing, people say look at photos and remember the good times, think about the good times, but it just still just makes me angry when I do look at the photos and remember the good times. Because yeah, they were great. But she's not with me now, and that makes me angry. So this trip and this channel is a bit of self-therapy, as I said. I just needed to get out of Melbourne, I think. Just go for a drive. As you guys use talking to the camera, as crap as I am, to help me work through stuff, I guess. I want to talk about the grief process, what it's like to go through this sort of grief, or be in this sort of grief. If you're watching this as somebody who's lost somebody, hopefully I can help. I don't know though. Or if you haven't lost anyone and you're watching it, hopefully I can let you know what to say and what not to say. Alright, we might leave it there. I'm going to get back on the road. This has been a beautiful spot for me to shed some tears. Thanks.